Don't blink, it's your boy Yink. Welcome to the show. Welcome to having a wonderful day on this 15 December 2024. Now we're kind of doing something special today. We're kind of doing a video for the gaming channel, so gaming content. And the gaming content has to do with Majora's Mask. And it's funny because I was watching one of my favorite streamer, right, who I discovered thanks to Elden Ring, is now streaming games, classic games. And we're the similar age, that's why some of the story that he says makes me laugh because this is super relatable. Am I saying that I cannot relate to you if you're older or younger? No. That if we're the same age, there's a lot of chances that we went through the same shit. Right? Water. And he's been playing Majora's Mask, which I wanted to avoid at all costs because I want to play Majora's Mask myself. We have this emulator machine, and the two first games I'm gonna be playing is gonna be. Oh, I hope I didn't show you my address. God damn. The two first games that we're gonna play is Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. We're gonna play some Pokemon after, of course. But yeah, so I was kind of avoiding, but I really like the guy, and he was talking about and it's kind of cool because. Okay, it's gonna be a long video, so please stay put. Get something to eat, get something to drink. It's gonna be a long video. Got 11%. I'm gonna be using every single last one of these seconds. The percent. I'm gonna drink more water. I used to drink a lot of water, and I haven't had. I've been more focused on energy drinks and shit like that. So, back to the water we go, and the time where we row and we row. So, Majora's Mask is fun because he's experiencing the game for the first time. Now, if you're not a Zelda speedrunner, if you're not a Zelda fanatic, possibly you didn't play those games as much as I did. Now, am I a speedrunner? No. Am I a Zelda fanatic? No. However, I had a dad that didn't believe in gaming and wanted me to play outside, that bought me an N64, and then I had to wait all the time through this freaking, and it's unbelievable. I'm gonna tell you, this is gonna be a cool video, so I hope you really enjoy. I hope you really enjoy, because it's gonna be specification, but it's gonna be fun. So one of the two games that I played, I remember I entered the Bible. I remember playing Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, going back to Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. We did the two games 4 times in a row. I was that much of a fan, and it's funny because I played those games for a while. Even when I got to the apartment, I didn't have the cash for a PS4. I didn't have, my PS3 was broken, so we had an N64. And two of the game that we had was what? Zelda. So I went back to it. And I gotta say, we're talking about Majora's Mask and any chance, but there's also going to be mention of Ocarina of Time because it's the N64 treasure cove of gaming. And the fun thing is, a lot of people prefer Ocarina of Time. I'm gonna have to go with Majora's Mask because I gave a shit about Majora's Mask for a long time. See, the problem with Ocarina of Time was it's very silly. But the first boss was Goma Queen. Now, as a kid, I was deathly afraid of Goma Queen. Now, I don't know about you, but there's possibly half an hour. There's like a really small zone in before the Deku Tree. And even the Deku Tree takes you what? Takes you 10 minutes? 20 minutes? Like, holy shit. Then I have to do this. So in an hour I would have finished the whole playthrough. So Majora's Mask I was more so excited. In Majora's Mask also I didn't understand English when I started playing it. I was fucking wow. I was 10, 11. And I remember being able to get to it's really fun. I was able to get to past the first boss, the Deku Temple. Then I would go to the Goron, and I was like, "What am I supposed to do here?" Because I didn't understand French. I didn't understand English. I didn't know that you had to jump on the feather to get to the Lens of Truth, right? And again, we're talking about the N64, not the 3DS version. So like okay, and then I started playing those games and playing those games and playing those games, and I always had this almost preference for Majora's Mask. Because again of that. But then I started playing Ocarina of Time, and I understand the beauty of Ocarina of Time. Trust me, I'm just a bigger fan of Majora's Mask. So the seeing the person, it's reminding me of how I used to play them. But is his first experience or second experience, or at most experience, third experience. So it's very different, and like a movie. There's part of the movie that you like, there's part of the movie that you don't like. And the thing that he likes, of course, I love. Like, for example, how sad is the game, how dark is the game, how mysterious is the game. But I was watching him play, and I realized the beauty of the game was in his NPC, and there was this NPC that's beautiful. Now, for the NPC to be beautiful, there's a couple of things that we have to specify before. But again, this is before AI. This is before characters in games had scripts. They weren't going off track. Majora's Mask is the perfect representation of it. Majora's Mask is, why is that the perfect thing? Well, it's super easy. Majora's Mask has this, what should we call it? As this 3-day cycle, right? And when you're finished with a 3-day cycle, you go back in time and then you start again. But they have the same schedule, so you can basically follow a single character your whole 3 days. And then, oh, that's a good idea, actually. That's a good idea. My apologies. You can follow a character for 3 days, and you're gonna see the thing that they do. And you can go in and follow this character for another 3 days, and do this exact same shit. Like, okay, the reason why these characters are super nice is in the two games, right? And I'm gonna be completely honest. In the two games, we have this antagonist, which is Ganondorf and Skulkin. And in the two games, you met Ganondorf as a kid, you couldn't fight him, and you met Majora's Mask as a kid. Now, the difference between Kid Ink and Link, not Ink, I'm sorry, I'm Ink. The difference between Kid Link and Ocarina of Time is he doesn't have another experience. And the difference between Majora's Mask is he has a whole experience because he retained and maintained memories from when he was an adult. So he went through a whole ass training. So there's actually a big difference. And on this one, he's like, yo, I can take you on, bro. I can take you on, brother. And it's nice because at the same time you're watching this, and so the protagonist doesn't change; it's still Link. The antagonist does change, but it's two people that are trying to take over, and it's nice because Ganondorf. And we're gonna go in there with the. It's so fucking beautiful, and it's so beautiful the way it is. I can't wait to get into it. So let's get into it. So I think the NPCs are important because, so technically what happened, right? Technically what happened, not in the game, but technically what happened in real life was they released Ocarina of Time, and it was super popular, and they had mechanics. They worked really hard on mechanics of the Ocarina of Time, and they're like, there's still a couple of years left to the N64. And then Nintendo went in and started producing the GameCube, and they're like, holy shit, we have to get in. So to save time, they use the same fucking character. They use the exact same character. Now, for a reason is it's a parallel universe between Hyrule and Termina. But what is really cool is those same characters, they have this complete different mentality. For example, there's Ego, who is jealous of talent, and he wants to take over the Long Ranch, which is a company that is the best horse breeder, I guess. And there's a better word for that, trainer, or trainer is a good word actually. And they produce the best horses, and then Igor's like, yo, I deserve this, so he makes a deal with Ganondorf, which is the bad guy. Say, yo, I'll give you the best of horses, but you have to make me the king of this ranch. So Ganondorf's like, okay, no problem, bro. And you're seeing this, and you're kind of seeing him as a bad guy. And in Termina, there's this same character, but he's sad. He's very sad because he did. And it's amazing because you see those characters, or another one, and it's hard not to see the parallel because there are two. One of them is there's a punk, and the punk, and he's talking about how he doesn't, and the other time talking about how he doesn't like life, and he wants to end his life, so he goes to the Lost Wood, which is the best way to unalive yourself. Let's remember this because Zelda is Japanese. There's the Japanese Suicide Forest. So he goes in and he becomes a Staltos, which is a monster of people that are lost in the woods. And in the Majora's Mask version of it, he's a guy that has eggs, and there's 3 days left, and he's like, I want to see them grow. That's my whole purpose. I want to see those chickens grow. So you have to go and you make the eggs hatch, and then you got chicks, and you have to play a special song so they grow into chickens. and then it will give you a mask, which is amazing. The characters are super sad, and there's a lot of characters that have this direct duality in between the two games. But in the first game we have, and I'm gonna maintain on Majora's Mask, but I want to talk about Ocarina of Time first. And the first game, which is Ocarina of Time, there's these characters that are free falling, they're free spirited, and they're like, know what, no matter what, we're gonna be good. And then we believe in the King of Hyrule, they're living in peace, which is fantastic. And then the Ganondorf takes over and kind of destroy Hyrule. He kind of destroy it, right? He puts demon in, and it's not a good time. It's not a good space. It's not a good time. Thank you for watching, guys. And what happened with that? Oh, I'm at 5%. Shit. Possibly gonna do it part 2. So what happened with that is they're free, they're normal, and then you get stuck in the Chamber of Time for 7 years. And with their 7 years, the whole of Hyrule will change. Everybody's dead or they're hiding. And then in the Termina, you actually see the apocalypse. So I want to refer to it as the zombie apocalypse. For example, the version of Rick Grimes, which is Walking Dead, which is possibly the most popular, or one of the most popular representation of an apocalypse with zombies. And we're missing out the first months. Then you have this movie that came out right now, which is 28 years later, and you see this 28 days later. And it's fantastic because you're seeing a lot of the characters, and you're like, holy shit, dude, what would I do? What happened in the beginning? And with Link, he's able to see that during the 3 days. And the characters that are phenomenal is the town itself, the Termina town. The Goros are cool, the Dekus are cool, Zoro are cool. Termina town is where it's at. The divide into the two people saying, hey, the moon is falling, it's going to destroy the planet, let's run away. Let's run away, let's run away, let's run away. Some people are like, you're fucking crazy. It's never gonna fall away. It's the fucking moon. And the beauty of it is how these people are perceiving, but it's always how these people are facing with death. One of my favorite story in there is Romana and her sister Talon, and they know that this is it, and Romana trying to not scare her Talon, the younger sister, the younger sibling, trying not to scare her, but she knows that's going to happen, so she's trying to make it the last 3 days the best possible, and it's amazing. And the fact that the characters are acting in a way of, okay, well, I believe this is my last, what am I supposed to do? There's this character which is the postman, and the postman said, I have to deliver these letters, and until I'm done, I cannot do it. And then what you can do is you can help him out by taking the letters and saying, I promise I will deliver them. You can run away. And there's this person that she stays in because she misses her son. And it's so beautiful because, again, those characters are faced with a death situation, and some of them are standing, some of them are going to be leaving. But as Link, and that's my favorite thing about the Majora's Mask, as Link, you have a choice. Who am I saving and who I cannot save? I cannot save everybody in 3 days, right? Who am I saving? Now I can restart the clock and save other people, but who am I saving today? And it's one of the best concepts I've ever seen. I have to go, the battery's fucking low. Love you guys, take it easy. Peace.